Welcome to We Bombastic Few Podcast, Episode 9. I would like to direct your attention, if you are watching on YouTube, to our new graphic, which we use and will be using from now on when we have a guest. Today's guest is Mr. Anthony Burp.
Hey everybody, quick shout out to Brent's mom and to my future self, our two best listeners in my not so biased opinion.
I am the main host, Daniel.
Not the
I
main
don't
host.
know that she listens,
Definitely
to
not
be
the main
honest.
host.
Well, okay, Brent, I'm doing the introduction, so I'm the main host.
We swap the introduction every single episode.
Okay, Brent, you know what? Let's settle this the old-fashioned way.
A duel.
Rock, paper, scissors.
The gentleman's duel.
Ready?
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Scissors.
Rock. I win.
Wait a second. No.
I'm
No.
the main
Do it again.
host.
Do it again.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Paper.
Scissors.
You have to think about what beats mine.
I feel like this is unfair because he is not he's the ref calling it out and he's playing. I feel like I need to call it out to make sure it's fair. All right.
Yeah,
Are you guys ready? Rock,
Alright.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Paper.
Scissors.
Dang, Daniel, 3 for 3.
Undefeated on the podcast.
I just like to point out that it took him like a solid
My
5 seconds to figure out what beats paper on the second time.
He got to the solution, and that's what matters.
rock, paper, scissors is really a psychological game. You gotta play. It's kind of like poker. You really gotta play your opponent, not the hand.
Absolutely. Get into their head.
That metaphor.
Wait,
Well,
the
that
opportunity.
didn't really apply that well in rock, paper, scissors.
What about it?
Play that back.
Anyway, our other hosts, not the main hosts, are Brent.
Actually, the main host, BT Dubs, but what up? I'm here.
And the other, not the main host, Lindsay.
I'm actually the main host because I'm doing the conclusion, so I wrap it up and I get the final say.
We'll see about that.
Wow. That is a blatant taradiddle, which, by the way, is our bombastic word of the day, which means a petty lie or pretentious nonsense.
Does he get points for that?
Nope.
That was
No.
before the word was introduced.
He's
Thank you.
introducing it.
All right, today's segments include BuzzFeed quiz, hypothetical, because what is a podcast without a hypothetical, and random wiki page.
The phrase is coming
so
in.
that leads...
Let's go. Sorry.
Let's go.
Continue.
All right, so Brent, would you like to kick us off?
All right. So to start out, we got your basic interview questions for Anthony. You know the drill. What's your favorite cheese?
I'm gonna go pepper jack for flavor, but Swiss for the look. That was in every children's book I ever read. You know, the one with like the mouse that eats all the food. It's like
Holy
something
cheese.
lunch. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah.
I didn't know you could read.
No one
but
read
all
that?
right, moving on. On average,
No.
It's
how
a
many?
picture book. No need to read. It got you beat there.
On average, how many times a week do you hurt yourself trying to dance in the shower?
More than 2, but less than 3.
All right, makes sense. Who is your favorite Spice Girl?
I think Mel B is a Spice Girl. That's all I know. If we're going for like
Wow.
cupboard spices that everyone has in the house, though, clove for sure. That's all I'm saying. If you're talking actual spices, because I cook.
I misheard that question. I thought Brent asked who your favorite Spider-Man is, and I was like, when was Mel B in Spider-Man?
Cardi B is my favorite Spider-Man, for anyone wondering. Cardi B.
All right. How are M&Ms made? Asking for a friend.
How are M&Ms made?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
that's
you-
beyond
have you
me.
ever been
There's
in
so
an
many
interview
blonde
before?
jokes about M&Ms.
Wow. He's blonde, by the way. Makes sense.
Yeah,
He should know this.
probably should have clarified that. My bad.
Straight from
All right. Final question. An apple costs 20 cents, an orange costs 40 cents, and a grapefruit costs 60 cents. Where's my water buffalo?
Wyoming.
Wow.
We're
All
at
right.
in Wyoming. It's the whole state.
Cheyenne. That's the only city I know.
I mean, he
That's
got
the only
it,
city there
so.
is.
Thank you for your extensive
Ooh.
knowledge, international business major.
Let's get it.
That's not funny to anyone because no one knows his actual major.
This is actual major.
Oh.
The world may never know.
Wait,
Fair enough.
is
It's
Christian on the episode
non-STEM, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's correct.
All right, Lindsay, what's the importance of this episode? Why did we
The
let
great
him on?
The great importance of this episode, inviting Anthony onto this episode, is because he kind of introduced me to both Brent and Daniel. So this podcast may not have happened without Anthony. Also, he gave me the name Lindsay. So who am I without Anthony?
Oh, you're all so kind. I love to introduce people who are cooler than me and then watch them ditch me and start podcasts.
Well, as
my
long as you get invited on as a guest, it works out well for you.
That's so true. I thought it was because of my extensive resume and my great listening history, but I'll take it. Anything that can get me on.
The circumstantial events that led to me being in
A long string of them. That sounds like a Cards Against
Whoa,
Humanity.
whoa. You gave not only his first name, not only his last name, but also his location? Dang!
We might have to go
I'm gonna
back
be the
and
first
cut that.
guest to get a
Just put like
just insert a
just
Yeah.
put like a
Please do
squeaky toy sound in the middle of it, just like some like a really obnoxious sound anytime that someone says information about Anthony.
Daniel, give us the obnoxious sound we're going to superimpose on those audio clips.
So like whatever sound I make, we're just gonna like cut that piece of audio and just implant it over anything we said.
Correct.
Without Anthony's person.
All right. Good enough.
I'm laughing because it's awkward, but we should do that.
All right. So we're going to do your BuzzFeed quiz, basic stuff from brainfall.com this time.
Not BuzzFeed.
And so the quiz we're going to be taking is, which Scooby-Doo character are you? All right.
And Anthony, you already said that you think you're Daphne, right?
Absolutely. If
Okay, on a
anyone's
scale of
Daphne, it's
0% to
me. Or
100%, how Daphne are you?
I'm gonna go 85.
Okay,
85.
Brent, who do you think you're going to be?
If I don't get Fred, I'm ending the podcast.
Daniel, what do you think you're going to be?
Well, I don't think I'm.
If you say anything but Scooby, you're wrong.
I'm Scooby.
Yep.
Okay. See, I want to
have to be
say
Scooby. I'm like 100% certain.
I want to say that I'm going to be Velma, but the truth is I'll probably be the Mystery Machine.
Oh.
You're the van. All right. So the first question we got for us
see it.
are, which of these sound like the most fun to hunt? Zombies, ghosts, vampires, or none of these sound fun?
I got to keep it real. None of those sound fun.
Okay, but what about the Where's Goblin dude? Where's that at?
Werepire Zombie?
Yeah.
I think we established last week that I don't think that would be much fun to hunt.
No.
Due to the fact that they would exterminate the human race, and then we would all be werepire zomblins.
Goblin.
No,
Yes.
but we wouldn't be goblins. We've established this. We'd just be werepire zombies.
Oh, that's right. Because yeah.
We
I know
we
what
can't
that
hold
is.
weapons.
Uh-huh.
I'm
would-
picking ghosts because I would
Listen.
totally love to go ghost hunting in real life.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. It depends on
no.
the kind of zombie. I think vampires, learning more about them would be fun. So I'm going to go vampires.
I'll go zombies, not because that's accurate, because no one else did it. And that type of thinking is what is going to bring me straight to Daphne.
All right. You're most known for your humor, charm, looks, or smarts.
There's not an all of the above option, so this one's gonna
What
be
a
tough.
Fred answer. Wink, wink.
What would you guys say for me?
Charm.
Because I feel like I'd be egotistic like Brent was if I picked one for me.
I'm gonna be real charm. You've got good
The
good
stuff.
stuff. I was like, how do you even describe that without using the word charm? I'm gonna roll with humor probably for me.
Anthony, you have to be looks.
I already answered.
What you answered?
We all know. We all know what kept everyone watching that show.
I genuinely don't know which one to pick. Not even being funny.
Smart.
Go smarts.
Wow.
It's not going to be smart. On this podcast, I am the aforementioned grapefruit.
But he does know where my water buffalo is, so that gives him something. All right,
True.
which terrifies you the most? Heights, spiders, small spaces, or ghosts with an exclamation point? None of the others have
So it's more like
punctuation.
ghosts, like that kind of ghost, not just ghost. You know, that kind of scream it.
Ghost.
Spiders for sure. I don't care about small spaces. Ghosts, I can deal with those. Heights, not a big deal. Spiders, 100%.
I'm rolling with ghosts. None of the other three things terrify me, I suppose.
Well, yeah, see, I'm not inherently afraid of any of these, but if I saw a legit ghost, then I might be pretty creeped out. So, I'm gonna go ghost.
I'm going to be genuine for the first time in this quiz and go small spaces.
Really
I was at a
thought you were
haunted
gonna say
house
that.
recently, and like that was getting me. So
Oh.
Did it have small spaces?
it did, and like weird enclosed things that you had to go through and stuff, and everything was touching you, and I was not
the ones
about
that
it.
are like filled with air.
I'm
you
not
have to,
sure
like,
you went to a
Yeah.
haunted
I hate
house,
those things.
Anthony. We can talk about that afterwards.
You went to
All
a
right.
haunted house.
My
You are
therapist is
Daphne.
talking to me about it. Oh,
The villain is escaping. How do you catch them? Teamwork, an elaborate trap, or knowing me, probably sheer luck?
I wouldn't want to say a trap, but I feel like I would go for teamwork initially to make a trap. So I'm going to say teamwork.
classic,
Um,
classic mystery machine answer.
I'm gonna go with trap,
Probably,
not because it's Fred, but because it's Fred.
see, I feel like teamwork is the Scooby answer because he always says, "If it weren't for you meddling kids and your stupid dog."
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go knowing me, probably sheer luck.
I'm gonna go that one too.
Wow.
All right.
Pick a 70s phrase. Groovy, far out, booyah, or can you dig it?
Definitely not can you dig it. Can't do it. Well, I would never say that in context. I'd say far out.
Nah.
Far out's definitely something I'd say.
I'm going with booyah.
I feel I think groovy's probably the most likely thing I'd say.
If I'm being genuine, it's groovy, but I'm going far out because I think Daphne says that. It's been a long time since I've
Whoa,
seen
you're
Scooby-Doo.
trying to get Daphne? It's supposed to be a
You
legit
know it.
answer.
All right, groovy it is, just for you.
Thank you.
All right. Describe your social circle as I'm a social butterfly. I have a small group of close friends. It's just me and my best. Do my pets count as friends? Well, these are all very pointed answers.
Yeah. um,
I have a small group of close friends, 100%.
pretty sure I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a small group of close friends, even though I know it's just me and my bestie is the Scooby answer.
I respect you for that. I'm gonna try social butterfly, even though I don't feel that that's like 100% accurate, but it's closer than the rest of these, I think.
What's
Respect.
most likely to distract you on a case? Hot girl or guy? One of my friends or family is in trouble? Nothing. I'm always focused. My lack of... Wait, what was the question?
All right. If half of you don't pick the last one, I'm disagreeing with.
That'd be
The
100% be the last one, but I feel like humor, I think a hot girl guy would be a lot funnier.
Yeah, I mean...
Right.
I'm not the greatest at attention span.
I'm all good as long as there's no mirror in the haunted house. Know what I'm saying?
I'm going
my
with
lap.
nothing. I'm always
About
focused.
Daphne.
Allegedly, I could be Scoob. All right.
Next question.
All right. Pick a Scooby-Doo guest star. Harlem Globetrotters, Don Knotts, Kiss, The Three Stooges, or Batman and Robin. There's literally no reason to go with anyone but Batman and Robin. Ever.
Why not the Three Stooges? What's wrong with them?
Everything compared to Batman and Robin.
I have to say Batman and Robin because that's the only one I've actually seen. Wait, no, I've seen the Harlem Globetrotters one, but
I'm going with them. Harlem Globetrotters for sure.
That's definitely.
I mean,
something.
how are you going to figure out that your $5 bill is counterfeit if you don't have Batman to tell you that Abraham Lincoln never wore a turtleneck?
I'm gonna go with
It's a
Harlem
true factoid, by the
Globetrotters,
way.
just under the assumption that they actually voiced Harlem Globetrotters on the episode. And I think that'd be really funny.
For sure. They definitely slam dunk like a mummy's head or something, you know? I bet. That's what I'm going.
That'd be so awesome.
Wouldn't it?
Wow, I think you should take this question, Lindsay.
All aboard me, aka the Mystery Machine. Pick a seat.
Ooh.
I'll drive. I'll just.
I
chill
don't
in the
like
back.
that.
I really hope that it's not.
The answers are I'll drive, I'll just chill in the back, shotgun, or A, I can just take my own car.
I'm going with driving, not because Fred drives, but because I like to drive vans.
I would say the back. No, I mean, I'll say the same thing, actually. I think I like to drive.
You gotta chill in the back. I mean, you can stretch out a bit. Nice.
I know, I like that, but I
Shotgun.
like control. a little bit.
That's just because Daphne's in the passenger seat.
No, she's
You
not.
see
She's
it
in the middle,
picture.
bro. Peep it.
Holy cow. This whole time, I was thinking Velma was Daphne.
Oh, I would be so good as Velma. You seen me in glasses for real?
Wow,
Okay.
that's the most embarrassing moment of my life.
So it sounds This
I
last
can't
question is going
believe
to
that
answer it
happened.
all, no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like this test is completely irrelevant except for the last question to determine what it is. The question is, if you could take a personality trait from one of the crew, you'd take Fred's strength, Velma's smarts, Shaggy's laid-back attitude, Daphne's good looks, Scooby's metabolism/ability to eat without gaining weight. First off, does Fred have supernatural strength that I don't know about?
He becomes Superman and Brent's automatically crushing on him.
I mean, if I get super strength, then...
I don't know how to answer this without being biased.
Yeah.
I'm going Daphne's good looks.
You know what? Maybe we should pull up randomlist.com, random choice 1 through 5.
I'm going with Fred. It might...
I'm going with Daphne
It
then.
might skew my
calculator
answers, but-
response?
I'm going
Oh.
Scooby.
Where's the mystery machine at though?
Exactly. They even call me out. Okay.
Mystery Machine's colorfulness.
I got my answer.
I too have an answer.
I'm Shaggy, yo. I chose Daphne deliberately, and I'm Shaggy. It saw through me.
Wow.
Ruh-roh.
Why Zoink, Scooby?
I
got
got
Daphne.
Fred. No surprise.
Got
Oh, you got
Daphne.
Daphne?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we learned something today.
What, that you're smarter than me? I guess you're not technically smarter, you just have more instinct.
My description is
large
a
atoms.
natural leader with all the charm in the world. You make taking charge look oh so easy. No wonder Daphne loves you.
Oh,
Wait, what
look
was
at that,
Daniel's?
Lindsay.
Daniel,
I'm Scooby-Doo.
Oh, we almost
Okay.
have a full gang. We need to find a Velma now.
Yep, okay, anyone call out anyone else that wants to visit? We need them to take the quiz right now.
Yeah.
But
Just call us
who's going to be
around.
the mystery machine if I'm not?
That's a toughie.
The Mystery Machine isn't any of us.
The mystery
and
machine
quick
was
fact,
inside us all along.
And quick note, I am in love with Brent, JK, but for this sake, yes.
Wow. You just you just led Brent to the greatest moment of his life and the worst moment of his life within like 3 seconds of each other.
As intended, yes.
That's such a Daphne move to think you're unique and loving Brent.
Wow.
All right. I like that. I got exactly the result I should have. And
I think I learned a lot.
thank you, brainfall.com.
Yep. First accurate quiz we've taken.
That leads us to our bombastic quote, which is, "When nothing is done, nothing is left undone." That's a policy I've applied to my schoolwork.
Wow.
Now, today, as per usual, our guest will be introducing our hypothetical. Anthony, you ready? You ready to give that to us?
I am. All right, let's see. How can I phrase this? Every feeling that an individual inflicts in this hypothetical on another he or she will feel at equal intensity.
So basically, if you make someone feel a good emotional feeling or physical sensation, you'll feel that same emotion or good physical sensation. But if you hurt someone's feelings or hurt someone physically, you're going to feel that same pain. And this applies to everyone feels whatever they inflict on someone else.
Anthony, you also need to give us this. How did this happen to the world? What happened to cause this to start to
what
happen?
phenomenon happened?
Right. STEM majors. I forgot about that.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
What's the scoop?
Oh man.
What's the
That's not what you
HuffPost
asked,
article
Shaggy.
What's the malt shop?
All right, let's run with this mystery machine idea. So the mystery machine, basically, we all agreed was God. Okay, so let's say that,
Didn't know that, but okay.
the mystery machine explodes. Yep. Everyone on this podcast affirms it. So the mystery machine explodes. Right, we're all in the blast radius, and so we get
Everyone in the world is in the blast.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone, because the mystery machine is large. Okay.
Yep.
Right, and it explodes, and we all get this kind of, I don't know, like luminescence, I guess. Okay. But it's mystery luminescence, right?
It makes sense.
So this,
why not?
This is kind of interesting because for everyone to be within the range of the blast without anyone like dying from it, like I feel like the world's like encircled around it, holding each other's hands at the exact like edge of the blast radius.
Like the Invader Zim movie.
And yes, exactly like the Invader Zim movie.
Tracking.
And so as soon as that happens and everyone's able to feel the feelings they're putting on someone else, if we're all holding each other's hands, it's going to feel like I'm holding my own left hand with my right hand, and I'm holding my right hand with my left hand.
That sounds like the best.
What?
I want that. I would never be lonely again.
Well, so my first question.
Holding someone else's hand, Anthony.
My first question with it is, do we take into effect like butterfly effect stuff? So let's say that I see a person walking down the street, I pick up a rock and I throw it at him. Like, do I feel the pain of the rock hitting him, or because it wasn't me directly touching him, am I fine?
It is your direct action. So if you directly do something to someone, I guess that would be included. We'll include situations like that.
So what if I'm walking down the road and I accidentally hit a rock and it starts an avalanche and it kills someone? Do I die because of that?
Wow. That. Just serve like soft serve ice cream.
That's the scoop.
So murder is a thing of the past because no one would murder anyone.
But here's the deal. What's the real perk of this situation if we're all already holding hands around the world? That implies world peace.
Well, so, no, it was, like you said, the mystery machine in this scenario is God. And so clearly we were installed around the mystery machine as some form of worship.
Oh, makes sense. That's what's going to get us to world peace. You heard it here first.
The mystery machine.
Okay, so what about this? What if someone was... say, look in a workplace. Say someone is married, and I can actually relate this to a similar situation that's happened at work. I was asked out by an engineer at my work the other day, and I have a girlfriend.
Daphne vibes.
Obviously, that's not gonna happen. But say, if they do something flirtatious to me, that means that I would feel the same way that they feel because they're doing something to me, right? Or would it be...
No. So if you do something, if you directly do something and they feel a really good feeling, you're gonna feel that same good feeling.
Well, so it also would work in reverse. So if she makes advances towards you and you feel disgust, she would feel disgust towards you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
She would feel disgust towards herself.
Oh.
Okay, it sounds terrible for self-confidence, this entire situation.
But really good or really bad for finding the perfect soulmate, you know?
But at the same time, if someone does something to you and then I'm like, holy cow, I'm in love with this person now, then they're in love with me too. So any kind of relationship troubles, I feel like that goes
No,
way
because you would have to do something that would amount to that feeling, though, to be able to share that feeling. Like if I was fully in love with, say, Brent, like we were just joking around a second, I would have to do something to that amount to make him feel that, so that we would share it, because that way I'd feel it back again. Like you wouldn't be able to transfer it.
No, I'm not saying like I could scheme to make people feel the same way about me. Like maybe I forget my wallet and the ice cream truck comes by when I'm at Brent's house. He's like, you know what, man, I got you. I'm like, wow, I'm in love. And then suddenly Brent's like, wow, I'm in love too.
Wah,
I've also got,
That's the power of ice cream.
That is
so true.
I don't even think we would need the mystery machine in that situation.
Easy there. But they're not gonna.
blasphemy.
Remind me not to go to your house in the summer.
So in theory, I've got an idea too. Let me know how you guys feel about this. But like, if we banded together a large enough group and started like surrounding a person and making them feel all sorts of ways, we could, in theory, like tear apart their psyche because they'd be feeling so much because we're doing so much to them.
You can do that anyways, though.
But you would be feeling the people doing it would feel it as well.
Well, yeah,
so-
but they wouldn't be feeling everything at the same time. Like if I focused on angering them while someone focused on making them happy, while someone else focused on making them sad, and another person made them feel irritable, like a lot of those would
Humans
behave
aren't
the same
capable
way.
of experiencing all those emotions at the same time.
So
Well,
we could
th-
destroy
in this
them.
way,
So what I'm? Oh, go ahead.
I'm saying this way, like I think what Anthony was trying to get at was that if we attempted to do this, it would destroy their mental and emotional state completely, maybe even permanently, because we're inflicting everything at the same time, and that they wouldn't be able to comprehend it.
So
It's like
what I'm
sensory
thinking
overload.
in a world where this is something that happens to us, I think as a general rule, most people want to feel good. I think that's a fair assumption to make in general. And so
Sure.
if you want to feel good, the most effective way to do that is to make other people feel good.
But you're forgetting one key fact: B Money don't care.
That money don't care. That's so true.
Well, okay.
For the podcast listeners
would
that don't
make
know,
him the
that's
most powerful
that's
person
Brent's
in the
nickname.
universe. This scenario.
Well, when I'm thinking, imagine if a doctor himself were sick, he could perform the operation on someone else and like heal himself.
So who's gonna let a doctor perform appendix removal surgery? They don't need their appendix removed.
Doctors have money, and that's
Yeah, exactly. Boom.
I'd do it for money for sure. I need them student loans paid off.
Or he just needs to buy him ice cream and have him love him. Boom.
Soft serve.
Yeah,
Specifically
ice cream
soft.
from the mystery machine heals all.
What? So like in this scenario, if like a group together makes a decision, and it makes someone feel some type, like maybe the board of directors at your company makes some decision like, all right, everyone's wages are going down by 87%.
Oh,
So people are gonna be angry
yeah.
and upset about that, but who gets that feeling as well? Is it the whole group, or do they have to have someone specific in mind, or does it just
press
have
the
to be
button to cause
I-
it all to happen?
like?
Yeah,
I guess
it's
you
a
don't have to know who did something to you for them to feel like, because like if someone threw a rock at someone and the person didn't know who threw a rock at them,
it would
I
still
mean, the
happen to
person who
them.
threw the rock would still feel the pain.
Yeah, so wait, that brings up like a point, like how direct does this have to be? Does it have to be like I had to have thrown a rock directly at this person?
Well,
or I
but
threw
we've
a rock
already
at
established if
someone
I
else?
start an avalanche, I've killed myself and me. Or
But to what
myself and the other
extent?
person.
If I plant a tree today and 30 years down the road someone trips over and snaps their neck, does that mean I die 30 years down the road just because
Yes.
I went through?
If
If
you
you live
invented
that
the
long.
stove and someone burns their hand on the stove, you now have a burnt hand. So
Oh, I don't
no
like
one's
this.
invented anything. Like
So-
sticks are the only thing used.
I think so. So I think what this is leading into is people's intentions and actions are going to become better overall, but the world's going to become a scarier place because
Yeah.
your actions could have ramifications for you way down the line.
In some ways, that could be a good thing. Maybe not in every way, but I mean, people would definitely think a lot more before they spoke.
Yeah.
Or
Definitely.
before they did anything.
But yeah, because
Yeah,
like
true,
I'm saying, like
true.
I could have planted that tree hoping that it makes someone feel comfort and happiness because they got shade on a hot day, but instead I got an action or an outcome happened that I wasn't intending. Therefore, I felt an exact opposite way that I was wanting to feel.
And who
When-
decides this with the mystery machine destroyed?
Uh,
Who is our source of ethical interpretation?
I
Who
think
do
you
we
go
turn
to
these times of need?
the board of Mystery Incorporated. It's
Maybe
like,
Kanye knows.
oh, or him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably Will Smith. Let's put Will Smith in the head.
Oh,
Hugh
you're
Jackman,
right.
in charge of
Hugh
everything.
Jackman.
On a
Hugh
subtler
Jackman?
note, though, like, what would happen to? I mean, if you're feeling things constantly, would you, at least to some extent, become desensitized to stronger emotions? You know, like if we're feeling on a regular basis all sorts of emotions in a big array constantly, like, would we then feel things as strongly as we do now?
Would anything be caused on our own accord then? Like directly, like there's not a way that I can directly make myself happy without doing something for someone else.
Yeah. Also, if you're speaking to a group of people and you say something that makes some people happy and some people upset, what are you feeling?
Torn.
Yeah.
So don't speak, don't act.
Yeah.
When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Boom.
Wow.
You can just I mean, if you do something that has multiple effects on different people, then you might have multiple personalities. That
Well-
way, you can feel other things in multiple ways when someone does something to you. That way, you always feel multiple emotions.
If nothing else, we know for a fact that taradiddles will no longer be a thing and something of the past.
Why is that? Why does that make sense?
Ooh.
Because
I don't
you would
know
never
that
want
for
to
a fact.
tell
That's a
a
taradiddle.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a
One-on-one.
terrible in itself.
No.
One
It
and
is
one.
taradiddle.
You wouldn't tell a taradiddle because you would feel the effects of the, assuming it's a bad taradiddle, you would feel the effects of it.
I'm not gonna win this game.
I don't think these count.
I mean, I think mine counts.
It's the one.
maybe
use
maybe
of
like
it.
maybe a couple of them.
I'd say one use of it when.
But
yeah.
most of that you were just spewing taradiddle.
Oh.
I don't think.
But we're on the
that-
same train of taradiddle. It does not count for one. Brent got 1 point.
I need clearer rules. I can't follow.
Anthony's just confused.
Whatever.
Any other
Yeah.
rules about the bombastic word of the day is taradiddle.
The
That's
the
the way
rules
to
are
do it.
made up and the points don't matter. We're Drew Carey.
I don't think we can say that.
What's the point of the
Legally.
podcast without this game?
All right, and
What
with that, I think Anthony, you got our ad read for us.
Yeah. word from
Absolutely,
our
I
sponsor.
do. So our sponsor today is Karenade. Do you have short, like football length hair? Do you drive a RAV4? Do you have 5 kids and they're always playing soccer? If so, you should try Karenade. It's a great substitute for speaking to the manager.
Wow, I could have used
Alright,
that yesterday.
That leads us.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You're right because I mean when I'm driving my kids around in my RAV4 and they're like, I don't want to go to soccer practice. And I'm like, you know what? I'll speak to the coach. And I start to think, you know what? I don't want to speak to the coach. I really could have used Karenade.
Absolutely.
Huh. When they got my order wrong at the restaurant for lunch this afternoon, and I was very upset about it, they probably felt the same emotion, but I still wanted to speak to the manager. So
When I was at the-
That extremely
Parent-teacher
specific
conference?
example.
Yeah. No, I was using the hypothetical back in.
When I was at the parent-teacher conference and they were very receptive of my concerns, I could have used Karenade because I was mad for no reason.
Wow, I think we've advertised. They didn't pay us that much. Like, move on.
Yeah, that was 10 seconds too long.
I mean, it's just such a versatile product.
It's true. I can always speak to the manager. All right. With that, we do have our random Wikipedia page. And if you guys don't know already what the topic is, it's Dover Park. The only information I'm giving you is that name and the coordinates. 41.813 degrees north and 88.016 degrees west.
The fool.
Oh, I know.
I know exactly where it
Park,
is and what that is
that-
now.
That because that's the paranormal location we were going to talk about during the Halloween episode, but we cut that segment
For Will Smith, obviously.
for Will Smith for the trick or treat segment.
Uh-huh.
I know
Which
about
was-
that.
Yeah. So great. Great segment. Well, so
So what happened at Dorhofer Park is this guy named Anthony.
Yeah, keep going.
Random
Insert
last
that
name.
noise.
Yeah.
Insert that noise.
Oh yeah.
editing
I know the man.
purposes.
He was walking around this park one day, and he's the original. He's the first survivor. All we knew is that people went into this park and never returned, and he saw nothing. He was real
Until
spooked
a
out.
werepire Zomblin came up behind him and was like, "Listen, I'll grant you 3 wishes." And he's like, "Wait, isn't that what genies do?" And he's like, "You're right. I'll grant you 3/4 of a wish." And so Anthony, was decided that he wished to jump higher, but unfortunately, his left leg below the knee wasn't allowed that part of the wish because it only worked on the other 3/4 of his legs, and so he jumped, but he couldn't support the landing because he broke his entire left leg below the knee, and that's how it became haunted. Anthony, take it from there.
Anthony can't be Daphne because of this disability due to the unattainable standards this country has for women.
Whoa. You're telling
legend
me that
has it,
this
if you
country
go to,
sees disability as unbeautiful?
Ooh.
That makes me unhappy. Because my disability of having doesn't allow me to be beautiful, and I can't
Hey, you
stand
got Daphne though, so clearly you're in line with what the public wants.
it.
for real. But they say that if you go to Dorhofer Park at a certain time on a certain day of a certain month on a year ending in a certain number, and you see the ghost of Anthony, insert noise here,
Yeah.
Wishes to be definite.
he'll break his leg again.
But only the left one and only below your knee.
But it does happen every time that you come on that specific time. So
Yeah.
Dang.
It's really
The-
dangerous. I wish we could release
Unfortunate
that
that it's the
information.
most popular tourist
Does it
time.
require stepping on a
Yes.
crack, or is that just for back situations?
Entirely
Um,
unrelated.
Depends. Is the ghost someone's mother?
why not do
And-
both?
And is this ghost child stepping on a track?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Those are the big
I
questions we
think
don't get paid
not.
enough to answer.
Fair enough.
I haven't done enough research, so obviously I don't know. But you guys, that all sounds very real.
What does Wikipedia think, though, Hoffer Park is all about?
This
Yeah,
park,
I'm looking at the article, and we only got one thing wrong. And, oh nope. See, I misread it. We actually got nothing wrong.
Oh, okay.
That's how I talk to my professors when they say I miss things.
Ah.
Yeah, the only thing I see here that we didn't get right was that the playground is ADA compliant. That's the only thing we missed.
It has to be because no one there has their left leg below the knee.
Do you
Unfortunate.
guys need any more information about it, or do you guys?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah,
We haven't-
I think
we
know
know
everything
all
there is to
about
know about this.
Yeah,
I'm
That
satisfied.
wraps up our episode, right, guys?
I think it does.
All right.
I'd say so.
To start with the conclusion, we by this time that the episode comes out, we would have tweeted Will Smith out, mentioning him, trying to mention the idea of him coming on our podcast because we appreciate his work so much and he's a nice guy. And yeah, so when we tweet that out, make sure to promote it all the ways you do on Twitter. I don't know how you do it. like, comment, subscribe, follow, refollow, whatever the things are. Do it on Twitter and the other stuff. You guys have any final thoughts before we say farewell?
Shout out to mom. Yeah, that's all I got.
Second that.
Yeah. Shout out to Brent's mom, as always. I have to shout out our biggest fan, until I deem there is a new biggest fan, which I am doubtful will ever happen.
Remember, use a gentleman's duel.
I mean, the only real way to determine a new biggest fan is the old-fashioned way. Rock, paper, scissors.
Absolutely.
Well, I didn't hear anything that Daniel said,
Yeah, I
but
just-
thank you
entirely
for
cut out for
being
me.
our guest, Anthony. Do you have any, if you speak?
I'm just excited. Yeah, hopefully I'd get on here another time. That would be excellent.
All right. Well, sweet. You cut out a little bit for me too, but I got the gist of it. Ladies and gentlemen, have a bombastic week.
It's over.